It's become increasingly a habit for Mark Ellis to be the trigger for so many things happening with the A's offensively. He came to bat leading off in the bottom of the first after the Twins had gotten a runner to third, but no further against Joe Blanton in the top half. Ellis, working against the young left-hander Liriano, saw 8 pitches before he walked, setting up Jason Kendall to see if he could continue his hot stretch drive hitting. Liriano, studying signs, has a high set. There's a swing and a drive belted to right center field. It could be in the alley. It is in the alley. It's going to go to the wall. Ellis speeds around second. He's being waved around third. Chugging for the plate. Here comes the throw. No throw to the plate. Kendall with a double, and the A's are on the board early. 2 batters into the contest by a score of 1-0. Liriano then settled down. He retired the next 6 batters he faced through the second inning, 3 of them by way of strikeouts. Blanton avoided possible damage in the third inning where a walk and an error put runners at first and second with 2 out, but Mauer's hard comebacker was knocked down by Blanton. He turned that into the final out of the inning. In the third frame with 1 out, once again, it was Ellis getting things going, singling to right to center field, but he was picked off while Kendall was batting. Kendall regenerated things, however, picking up an infield hit, and being able to outleg that one proved to be beneficial to the A's because Mark Kotsay was up next, and Kotsay's making things happen these days.
Liriano, here's the high set. Now the 2-2 pitch. It's driven to right center up the alley, and nobody's going to get that. Kendall's rounding second, headed to third. Ford plays it back. Kendall rounding third. He will score without a throw. The ball gets loose on the infield, and Kotsay goes to third, and the A's take a 2-0 lead.
The Twins got on the board in the fourth inning. Jacques Jones hitting cleanup tonight, who's had a tough year against the A's, was only 1 for 19 when he led off in the fourth inning with a double to deep right center field. Stayed at second base while Lou Ford flied out in foul ground. And then Justin Morneau, the young first baseman with a pretty good power bat, got his shot.
2-1 to Morneau. His right-hander checks to get his sign. That's the belt, and now the 2-1 pitch. Here it is. Breaking ball line down the right field line. That's a base hit rolling into the corner. Jones around third to score easily, and going into second with a stand-up double is Morneau as the Twins are on the board. A 2-base hit down the right field line by Morneau. And here in the fourth, it's 2-1 Athletic.
Nick Swisher starting the game at first base tonight, then helped out Blanton against Michael Kadire, making a good play in foul ground on his pop-up down in the bullpen area for out number 2, after which Morneau tagged up and went to third, but he was stalled there when Blanton got Juan Castro looking at a third strike to end that fourth inning for the Twins. The A's in the bottom half of the fourth worked the count against Liriano, and that really led to his departure before the inning ended. He walked Jay Payton on 4 pitches, went to 3-1, and walked Hatterberg. So he was already creating a problem. Runners at first and second. Hiram Boca Chica started in right field tonight, and his speed came in handy with his ground ball to deep short, which he beat out to load the bases. But then we saw some of the moxie that Liriano has in addition to the stuff. As he bore down, he got Swisher looking at a third strike, struck out Scudero swinging, and it looked like even the formidable Ellis might wilt in the face of his comeback on the mound. He had him 1-2, and he made a very good pitch, but Ellis was able to counter.
And the 1-2 delivery, here it is, swung on in a line drive, right center, base hit. Payton will score, Hatterberg behind him, he will score. The throw goes to third, safe there is Boca Chica. Up to second goes Mark Ellis. As Mark Ellis comes through once again, a 2-run single to right center, and now it's 4-1 Athletic.
That was the end of the line for Liriano. Matt Guerrero, right-hander, came in, and on his third pitch, Kendall once again swung the hot bat.
1-1 pitch. Here it is. And that's a line drive, one hopper through into left for a base hit. Boca Chica scores. Behind him is Ellis, and he will score. The throw comes to the plate, and up to second goes Kendall as the A's reach half dozen. It is 6-1 Athletic.
And that's what it was when the Twins came to bat in the sixth inning. Blanton had scattered 3 hits to that point. Got a little wobbly with his command. He walked Mauer on a 3-2 pitch, and then Jacques Jones was looking in the right spot. The next delivery. Swing, and there's a high fly ball hit the deep right center field. Everybody's going to have a long run, and they're running out of room. It is a home run for Jock Jones. And the Twins cut into the A's lead with a 2-run blast. Jones, 22nd of the year, a towering shot to right center field. And it's now 6-3 Athletics. Ford then followed with a walk. Kurt Young had visited the mound, and it was probably about to be a point in the ball game where the bullpen would get into action with Morneau coming to the plate. But that's the time for the Margarita King call of the game, brought to you by the Margarita King, the world's only gold medal winning margarita in a bottle, now at Safeway. Morneau against Blanton, nobody out. Blanton had walked only one and given up just 3 hits through the first 5 innings. And there's a line drive on one hop. Scudero falling backward, has it flipped to second for one. A turn to first and a lightning-like double play changes the whole complexion of this inning. Fine play by Scudero. That ball was smoke. He gave ground, almost fell backwards, but made the play and quickly initiated the flip that started the 6-4-3 double play. That was pretty stuff. So Kadire got a subsequent base hit. A force out off the bat of Castro got Blanton through the 6th inning, and he would turn it over to the bullpen. But right now the Twins were in a comeback mode. Didn't last too long, though, as in the bottom of the 6th, the A's leadoff man in the inning was Nick Swisher against Guerrero. 2-1 the count. High drive, hit to left field, going deep. Back on it, waiting for it is Tyner, but it's out of here for a home run. Swisher with his 20th home run of the year, opposite field over the 362 mark, and the Athletics now lead by 7-3. Swisher's 71st run batted into the year, and his bat has come to life after a pretty long dormant period. And we will interrupt the flow briefly to remind you of that play that Scudero made to start the double play was the Margarita King call of the game, brought to you by the Margarita King. Now at Safeway. Just say, King me, baby. And remember to sip responsibly. To continue, more for the A's in the 6th inning with 2 out. Kendall reached second base on an error by Lou Ford on a fly ball to left center field. It wasn't long before Kendall was another run, courtesy of Mark Kotze. Guerrero ready again, delivers. Kotze lifts a fly ball to shallow left field. Tyner has a long run. He's coming. He goes into a slide, and he can't make the catch. And around from second to score is Kendall as Kotze gets another run home. With 2 out, no problem for Kendall to score. He had nothing to wait for. And Tyner, even though he is pretty swift, had a long run. Tried to make a slide catch out of it, but couldn't. Kotze gets his 79th run batted in. From that point on, the bullpen took it for the A's. Calero, 1-2-3 7th inning. Jay Witosik came in the 8th, gave up a double by Maurer, but then snuffed out any rally that produced anything out of that, and pitched a 1-2-3 9th, finally facing Luis Rodriguez, bottom of the order, trying to send the folks home in a happy mood. Pitch on the way. Slicing drive to left, going into foul ground, a leaping catch by Payton, and that is the end of the ball game. Payton was shaded way over toward the line, and as he leaped across the foul line into foul ground, snared the last effort of the night for the Minnesota Twins. And the A's have taken the first 2 games of the homestand and the series, and will try for a sweep tomorrow in the 12:35 finale, as the A's still trail the Angels by a 1.5 games after Texas was beaten by Anaheim tonight. Final score, A's 8 and the Twins 3. And Joe Blanton now at 11-11 after the win. He had turned in an ERA of 2.44 since June 1st, best in the American League. Gave up 5 hits and 3 earned runs tonight. He'll talk with Ken right after this word.